Okay, so we are going to do the deck inlay now. So I already had taped off all the rails. So once again, you're going to want to tape off that outline. So where you did that cut lap, you're going to tape around the edges here. And then I taped some paper on the other side of that as well. So the color doesn't get on the clear coat of the lamination on the bottom. So basically I've got everything taped off. Down here where my leash plug is, I put 2 different layers of glass. So kind of a football shape again, around those leash plugs. So I did a small one and then a larger one, similar to what I did with the fins. Not very big, you know, I would say maybe 4/4 size around that leash plug. And then taped off everything, and then I'm laying a 6-ounce layer of glass on the top. Okay, y'all, so I'm going to be doing a blue and white kind of funky resin work here. So I've got about 20 ounces, actually about 18 ounces. So whenever you're working with color, you always want to make sure you're going to be using the same, if not similar, or if not the same bucket. So since I'm using blue, I'm going to make sure I'm mixing in this blue one. I have in the past run into issues where the color has changed because I used the wrong bucket. So let's see. So that's giving me about 8 of, so I'm going to do about 8 ounces of white. So I'm going to let that drip off. So all right, y'all, so I've got my white here and I've got my French blue. So this is like a darker blue. And since I'm mixing these 2 colors, the colors are going to change. It's going to become a lighter blue. But I'm going to do kind of like a resin swirl. I'm going to use quite a bit of different white cups here because I want that swirl to be very like prominent. I want the swirl to be throughout the entire deck. And you know, as soon as you start mixing the resin up, you know, the colors are going to combine. So if you have multiple cups spread out, the color won't combine in all these cups because, you know, you're going to be stirring it a little bit. So, all right, as you can tell, working with resin and colors, it can get pretty messy. So, oh, fucking A. Running low on white. Again, always wear your respirator. I'm literally doing this because this fucking video. So, you know, I always have this bad boy on. Make sure you have good ventilation. Okay, so my white's kind of not very white, which is not ideal. On the buy list. Okay, so basically, when you're doing these swirls, a lot of the guys they have help. It's just me. I'm a solo guy right now, so I'm going to be doing this all by myself. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to mix my hardener in with my big batch, and then I'm going to spread out the batch amongst all these cups. Then I'm also going to add hardener to the white, mix that around, add white to each one of these cups. So that being said, I kind of wish I had less white. But we're going to see what happens. We're going to see what happens.